Hello everyone, it's Carolin from Quobis. Today I have the pleasure to talk to our product manager Santiago Troncoso about our newest release of Sippo. Hi Santi.
Hi, hello, Carolin.
So we are going to talk about the newest release of Sippo, which is Sippo 3.0. What can you tell us about it?
Well, the new release was launched some months ago, and it's a great jump in terms of stability and use case implementations. I think that it's pretty nice release.
Okay, and what are the main objectives of this release?
We did big internal refactor. Well, more than refactor. We did improvements, and that's the reason to change from 2 point something to 3.0. That it's the current release, and we know that it's possible something that could shock the user, but no, it's something internal that we did for notify this internal change in terms of stability and it's a high availability architectures and so on. It's more documentation for us. But well, seriously, we have great improvements. The onboarding use cases bring us and lead us to bring us the opportunity to create a solid rock engine. And we focused on onboarding, scalability, and we did very big improvements on the architecture basis for HA. And we also made some improvements on the front end in order to get it nice and a nice release.
Could you specify some new API services?
Yeah, we were working with proprietary software and also with the WebRTC gateway vendors and so on in order to create to create better anti-fraud mechanism. We started to join with them on the last release, and now we improved this double check of the customer ID based maybe on on the customer backend or maybe on the vendor, and it's better and it's more flexible now in order to integrate into new solutions. And also we include all the service API commands under the OAuth authentication that integrates the security and also provides a better way to authenticate and federate identities, federated identities when a third-party vendor is working on this kind of applications.
What can you tell us about the news on the WebRTC application controller?
Well, on the Sippo WAC itself, we implemented a new backend that is the SMS backend based for notifications. On the front-end application, it's now on the meetings feature that it's possible to notify the users through an SMS that is received, and when you click on the message received, all the application is open and so on. But it's the first step for future possible services like alarms and last call notifications, and I think that it's pretty nice. And also, well, I say the token system for authentication and the MCU recording it's improved now, and it's very more stable and it's more synchronized. Also, we work hard on the Docker containers for the Sippo WAC itself.
So you are exploring Docker to have the service on the cloud based on it?
Well, yeah, it's a possibility, but we don't have a definitive answer now about Docker to provide service on the cloud. We offer nowadays the service on the Sippo WAC as a service. And of course, Docker is a possibility to implement that service on the cloud. But right now, nowadays, we use virtual machines based on a dynamic environment, a dynamic hardware environment. Well, I think that it's something that I prefer to delay the answer to next versions in order to see what is going to happen. But nowadays, the Sippo WAC Docker is used for testing and for robustness testing and internal labs that we use around here.
Okay. What news can we expect about the SippoJS applications?
Well, on the SippoJS applications, on the web collaborator, we make improvements on the AngularJS interface. So we are more focused now on the panels, and that's the main reason based on the mobile design in order to have better integration or better aspects when you switch from the mobile application to the desktop environment, and you get all the things on the same place and so on. I think that the improvements done on this release make it easier to adapt it to different customizations that are required for some customers. Some customer requires that the application is customized in some way, and these improvements make us life easier. We also modify the SippoJS in order to provide the collaborative tools like the other ones that we have, like whiteboard, screen sharing, and so on, in order to provide it over the groups. So it's possible, or it will be possible, to share a screen with a multiple group of users during a meeting and so on. And I think that it's interesting. I think that it will lead us to a lot of new features and new use cases.
Okay. Are there any news on the click to call?
Regarding the click to call, well, we implemented some more use cases, and we integrated, for example, the CAPTCHA protection, that it's a typical protection for denial of service attacks when you are exposed on this wide environment. Well, we also included the dial path to introduce numbers during a call, and it's a little bit legacy, but it's also interesting if you are already using an interactive voice response menu, and you are derivated to during the call you are derivated to this kind of menus where you can switch through the different options. And we also we added a new feature interesting, that it's to switch and use the different cameras of the device. So that allows you on a mobile environment, for example, to use the back camera instead of the front camera, or configure it in order to use one or other. And it's important for use cases where we are evaluating the environment, and where the agent is more focused on see what is happening around, more than what's the other guy.
Okay, sounds great. So many thanks for your time, Santi.
Thank you to you.
And we invite our partners and customers to check more examples or use cases on our website, and to evaluate the new version or request access to it on our online demo lab. And remember that the upgrade is included by default in your maintenance support contract. So see you soon, and thanks again.
Thanks. See you.